Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling confused? Like somehow you were the bad person, even though you did nothing wrong? You replay the whole thing in your head and think, wait, how did this turn into my fault? If yes, congratulations. You may have just experienced emotional manipulation. And no, this isn't always done by villains or toxic masterminds. Sometimes it's done by friends, sometimes by partners, sometimes by family, and sometimes by people who don't even realize they're doing it. So today, let's talk about 7 emotional manipulation tactics people use without you realizing. And once you see them, you'll never unsee them again. Tactic number 1, the guilt trap. This one is classic. You say no to something and suddenly you hear, "Oh, it's fine, I'll manage. I always do." They don't argue, they don't fight, they just sound disappointed. And boom, you feel guilty. You weren't wrong, you just had boundaries. But now your brain is like, wow, am I a bad person? That's not communication. That's emotional pressure wearing a soft voice. Tactic number 2, playing the victim. This one is sneaky. No matter what happens, they're always the one suffering. You bring up a problem and suddenly you hear, "After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me?" Wait, you were talking about your feelings. How did we end up talking about their pain? This tactic flips the roles so fast you don't even notice. You go from hurt to apologizing in 30 seconds. Olympic-level mental gymnastics. Tactic number 3, gaslighting. The mind twister. Gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your own memory. You say, "You said you'd call." They reply, "I never said that. You're imagining things." Now you're confused. You're thinking, did I misunderstand? Am I overthinking again? Gaslighting doesn't scream. It whispers, and slowly it makes you stop trusting your own brain, which is honestly terrifying. Tactic number 4, the silent treatment. Yes, silence. The most dramatic non-verbal performance in human history. They don't shout, they don't explain, they just disappear emotionally. No replies, cold tone, one-word answers, and your brain goes into panic mode. What did I do? Should I fix this? Did I mess everything up? Silence becomes punishment, and suddenly you're apologizing just to restore peace. Tactic number 5, I was just joking. This one hurts, but it's common. They say something rude, insulting, or humiliating. You react, and then comes the magic line, "Relax, I was just joking." Now you feel stupid for feeling hurt. Your emotions get dismissed. Your reaction becomes the problem, not their words. If a joke hurts and they don't care, it wasn't a joke, it was a test. Tactic number 6, conditional love. This one is emotional but powerful. They're nice when you agree, supportive when you obey, warm when you behave the way they want. But the moment you disagree, cold, distant, unavailable. Love becomes a reward system. And without realizing it, you start changing yourself just to keep things normal. That's not love, that's control with a smile. Tactic number 7, the "you're too sensitive" card. This one ends everything. You express your feelings, they respond with, "You're overreacting, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive." Now your emotions feel invalid. Instead of being heard, you feel embarrassed for even speaking up. And slowly, you stop sharing how you feel, which is exactly what manipulation wants: silence. Now here's the important part. People who use these tactics are not always evil. Some learned it as survival. Some grew up around it. Some are repeating patterns they never healed. But understanding doesn't mean tolerating. Awareness is power. Once you see manipulation clearly, it loses its grip. You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain yourself endlessly. You just need to trust your feelings again, because manipulation only works when you doubt yourself. And if this video made you pause and think about someone, you're not alone. If you found this helpful, take a moment, breathe, and remember, you're allowed to say no. You're allowed to feel, and you're allowed to protect your peace. If you want more psychology-based videos like this, you know what to do. And trust me, your mind is stronger than you think.